This time in which we live, this new century, what will be its real measure? In the far-off future, looking back, what will they think? We plan, we fight, we build, we sow, we reap, as we've always done. We circle the globe with a network of communications. But do we have anything to say? We put our signature on the heavens.
The Eagle has landed.
But have we invited heaven into our hearts? We're starting to conquer the how of life. But have we come any closer to the why? The question remains, is this a compassionate society we are making? (1650), a tiny village in southeastern France. A humble kitchen in the oldest part of a hospital. 6 women. Among them, a war widow, a 15-year-old orphan, and a hospital administrator. History often records modest beginnings at the heart of important movements. This one started in the mind of a young Jesuit named Jean-Pierre Médaille. He conceived an idea of a group of women who would profess simple vows, dedicate themselves to personal growth in the love of God, and move through the community bringing spiritual and physical support to those in need. They showed vision and courage. They were among the first to make the transition from the traditional cloistered life to apostolic living. They divided the village among them and set out to do God's work. The path ahead would be filled with victories and challenges. In the years of the French Revolution, the sisters were driven into hiding, then imprisonment. Their faith was tested at the blade of the guillotine in 1794, when 5 sisters, possibly more, were executed. But always, prayer, community, and good works helped them persevere. 1836 brought their first storm-tossed voyage to the New World. First landfall was in New Orleans, with more to come. The first convent was a 2-room cabin in St. Louis. From those early times of poverty and hardship blossomed a multitude of religious communities across the nation. Today, over 9,000 Sisters of St. Joseph pursue their ministries in the U.S. alone. 350 years is a blink of the eye compared to the sweep of history. Seen another way, that's an immense expanse when viewed from the vantage point of our fast-changing era. It requires a sense of the timeless and the spiritual to reconcile these two views. That perspective is something each Sister of St. Joseph carries with her as she meets the challenges of our complex world. Faithful to their guiding spirit, yet responsive to current times, the Sisters of St. Joseph serve in capacities that are as varied as they are heart-lifting.
Pundits and poets, prophets and politicians, turn it up now, turn it up, like a preacher at a foreign mission, hanging on your words like the crowd at a countdown. Things could be worse, we're waiting to hear the sound of hope, winds of change, song of joy, a little light in the middle of the page. Shed a little light on it all. Shed a little light on it all. Shed a little light in the way of an explanation, just a way to understand. Shed a little ray of hope for the modern woman and the modern man.
Across the country, the Sisters of St. Joseph are standing with the disenfranchised, training young men and women who are struggling to enter the job market, extending the mission of healthcare beyond the traditional hospital concept, supporting families, clothing the needy, feeding the hungry.
Sound of hope, winds of change,
They follow their gifts with skills as diverse as the people they serve, counseling those struggling with addiction, tending to the needs of all types of communities, sheltering battered women, teaching through humanities, science, spirituality, through reflection, with action by example.
Song of joy, a little light in the middle of the page. Shed a little light on it all. Shed a little light on it all. Shed a little light in the way of an explanation, just a way to understand. Shed a little ray of hope for the modern woman and the modern man.
They do this with the support of their communities, help from their supporters, and the delight they take in each other. These days, people are discovering that not only have attitudes changed, but so have their perceptions of the Catholic sisters of their youth. Now the two worlds are coming back together. What part can you play? Like many, you may be taking up long postponed questions, even heeding a call that will be put off no longer. It could be a life's decision, a change of heart, a pledge of support. But whichever path you choose, know that there are women out there willing to walk it with you.
Pundits and poets, prophets and politicians, turn it up now, turn it up, like a preacher at a foreign mission, hanging on your words like the crowd at a countdown. Things could be worse, we're waiting to hear the sound of hope, winds of change, song of joy, a little light in the middle of the page. Shed a little light on it all. Shed a little light on it all. Shed a little light in the way of an explanation, just a way to understand. Shed a little ray of hope for the modern woman and the modern